Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this vid by O'Shea Duke Jackson. It's titled Hodge Twins Finally Get Their Negro Wake Up Call. Oh, I used to react to them quite a bit back in the day. So somebody sent me this and was like, hey, watch this vid. I'm like, wait, Hodge Twins got what? What type of wake up call? But sure, let's see what's going on with them and what happened. Let's watch.
It wasn't so long ago that a guy by the name of Eric Orval went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group, RTTL, Return to the Land, they're going viral.
I just used this phrase with Drake because he only wants to collab with white creators. So maybe he should move to this town.
For building all white communities in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ. He was asked a particular question.
Why is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other. This is his defense for starting an all-white town. He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And
you know what? I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I don't care at all about shit like this. Go off and isolate yourself. Please stay away from the rest of us. If you don't want to integrate into society and deal with other groups of people, then great. You're actually doing everybody else a favor instead of you mixing in with everybody else and, projecting your hate onto others and, practicing hate crimes and terrorizing people. It is probably best that you go on off to your own little island of a town and get away from everybody else. I don't see the issue. Congrats.
Saying is, as much as I may like you or I may think highly of you, you are not this because you are something else. And
I don't want to be that. We don't want to be that, and that's fine. But cool, go on over there and live your life. I don't know why people want to turn this into a story and let's interview you and see what you think and why you think they racist. And if they want to be isolated and secluded, then go.
This is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing, and then the two things cannot mix.
He's right,
But this hasn't stopped certain people from grifting. And one of the guys that grift a lot are the Hodge Twins.
Oh my God. Now listen, I'm not gonna talk shit because I'm fat right now too. But baby, I'm in the gym, all right? So y'all, listen, Slim D is coming back. She's coming back in full effect. So, wait on it. But, follow my other channel if you want the updates on that. I'm gonna make a video, several videos actually, on that, on Shanell TV, link down below. So I'm not talking shit per se, but this is just genuine shock because when I say I used to watch them, I mainly watched their fitness videos because they were huge in the fitness community. Very, very big, okay? And even when I started watching them later on, it was mainly like their funny videos, but I found them first for fitness. So I'm just shocked, and I haven't seen them in many, many years. So this just shocks me, especially, which one? Kevin? This is Kevin. This is how familiar I am with these niggas. I'm pretty sure this is Kevin. And Keith is on the right. I'm pretty sure. So to see Kevin like this is that's shocking. This is obesity. So I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. I'm not talking shit. I'm just shocked. Is this why somebody wanted me to watch this?
Twin started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion,
this is what they used to look like. Anybody who's unaware. So I'm just shocked. And maybe they just don't care about fitness no more. And that's their prerogative. You can look however you like. So once again, I'm fat too. So I'm not talking shit about any other fats. Okay? I'm just genuinely surprised. I was not expecting this. Wow.
Now the Hodge Twins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire. And they built a really, really, really big fan base. Well, their low-budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice.
Wait, there was? Sorry, I was very.
Well,
I'm very distracted. By
their
the
low
visuals.
budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail.
Damn.
And people started to notice a change in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge Twins, because I was really thinking about it the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge Twins, and he realized something.
Them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge Twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative.
Because I knew that they went over to the conservative content or whatever, and maybe this is another hot take. I know a lot of people were like upset at them. I didn't give a fuck. I was no longer interested because I'm not interested in political content whatsoever. But if they want to be conservative, like I don't understand why anybody gets mad at other people's political views. Like if that's what they want to do and how they want to live their life and that's how they feel, that's how they feel. So I've never felt any type of way about anything that to be honest, I haven't kept up with it, so I don't know what they were saying exactly, but I do know that they shifted to conservative content, and I remember when they first did it, people were like upset. I remember there were people making videos about it and like, oh, they coons and they sellouts or whatever. I remember hearing those narratives, but I never cared. I stopped watching them because they stopped putting up like funny videos, and people also stopped asking me to react to them. Mainly, but yeah, so that's why I stopped keeping up with them. But as far as people being outraged, oh, conservative, I don't care. What they gotta do with me?
Will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's always gonna be there.
So he understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge Twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks.
Oh.
If you can go to their Twitter...
Never mind, sorry. Never mind. I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. But okay, if they were making content that specifically put down other black people, then obviously that is why people were upset, it appears.
Space, they do it all...
Once again, I wasn't keeping up with them.
...day long. Look at this one.
To be clear though, I still don't care. People who talk shit about it, I still don't care. I'm not wasting my energy on idiots and people who spew hate. Like I just don't see the point in doing that personally. So I still don't care if I'm being real. But I'm backtracking a bit only because I'm saying now that I understand. Because before I was saying I don't understand why people are upset. But if he's putting down people or black people, I get why people are upset. But I still just don't. I just don't think that is a good use of your fucking time, to be honest. There are so many hateful, horrible people, so many racist people. Why give them your energy with your views and your comments and interacting with their content to make it even bigger? I don't understand the point in doing that.
July 29th. The kids get on it too. If you think blacks today are bad, just wait for the next generation.
Oh my God.
This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black transgenders are always the worst.
Wait, what is that word there that's blacked out? The black what? Sorry, it's an eyelash.
The black transgenders are always the worst. He also says this. Black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager was watching him. So basically what happens is the Hodge Twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money.
Do they know that
once their comedic duo
black?
started going down?
Even if they only half, or I don't know their fucking percentage, but the other races look at them as black. So I don't know, whatever.
You got to understand something.
Give Uncle
that
Ruckus.
their mother was black. So
this is their family tree. I never... Sister, oh, okay.
love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of conservative, anti-black leaning
Where
space
their daddy at?
alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. And it's gotten a lot of people upset.
Hodge Twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man, not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character, before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because the Hodge Twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience. Fast forward! Now, one of the things that the Hodge Twins will do is they will
I don't understand I'm very confused. So their audience hates black people, but they like watching black people shit on other black people. But if you don't fuck with black people, then wouldn't you just not want to fuck with black people who are making content either? Like, I would think you wouldn't even want to deal with black people at all. There are so many white people shitting on black people, so why wouldn't you go to them? Like, I don't understand it, but all right.
To videos. It just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video, and they were reacting to this new all-white town documentary, and they said something that's interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country. Well, that's just a fact. If you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different. So I understand the fear of white people wanting to live in a country that's majority non-white. I understand that fear wholeheartedly, because I don't want to live in a country that's majority non-white, because it would systematically change our country.
Now, they said something that was interesting there for me. They don't want to live in America.
Are they? Some people also, you gotta remember, I don't know if this is the case with them at all, but some people also make content. They are selling out for sure, and they're idiots. But some people don't even believe the things that they say. But they say this outlandish shit just to basically tap dance and pander to certain audiences so that they can keep money in their pocket. I wonder, have they resorted to that? Which is really sad if they had to do that. Either way, it's sad, but I'm just looking at them and I'm like, do they really believe what they're saying? Like, it kind of feels unbelievable.
When it's not the majority of white people.
But once again, it's been statistically proven that racist people are not very intelligent. They're just not, like, as far as their IQ tests and whatnot, they're not very smart. So it doesn't have to make sense, because racism doesn't make sense. So yeah, maybe that's just that.
Even though they themselves...
What makes even less sense also is people who hate their own race. That makes even less sense. You are even dumber. You hate yourself. The whole purpose of man is to preserve yourself and to survive and take care of yourself. So it's so crazy that you have been brainwashed so heavily to be taught to hate your own race and yourself, you as a person. Like that, you got to think about the psychology behind that. Like, that's crazy. You have to be so unintelligent and so easily influenced and not have any, morals or any values of your own to be that heavily influenced and that heavily brainwashed to be taught to hate yourself.
Are not white.
That's like somebody teaching you, hey, cut yourself or harm yourself, starve yourself. And they're telling you why you should be doing these things, and you're like, okay, yes, I'm about to hurt myself. I'm about to harm. Just think about what type of person that takes. The psychology of it is wild to me.
They're saying if white people leave America, they're gonna leave America too. But they're not the
You can go
only
now.
guys that talk like this.
America is a nation, not just from an economic standpoint. But
Okay, Myron is doing what I just described. I think Myron is self-hating, obviously, because you have to have some level of self-hatred to even do this. But more than anything, I feel like Myron just panders to certain audiences, and he's doing whatever he can to stay afloat and get some type of money coming in. Because first he tried the pandering heavily with the incels and trying to shit on women heavily. And once that started dying off, now he's, grifted over to this area. So I feel like he majorly panders, and I don't think that he believes a lot of what he says.
identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. As someone who's a first-generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and scam. And the reality is, if we want America to stay America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
Now that's Myron of Fresh and Fit, basically saying the same thing. He wants an all-white America, even though he's from Sudan originally. We need to keep America white, although he is not white. But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a Anon account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a saying, you piece of. I hope you wake up and have the replay.
How can you, when you are hating on your own race and talking shit about it and degrading it, how are you upset when other people do it? I just don't understand the psychology. It doesn't make any sense. It's not rooted in any type of logic. And when you try to understand it, you hit a brick wall every time. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Because if you hate your own race so much and you don't fuck with black people and terrible, when other people say the same thing, and even when it's directed at you, why are you like, oh, you're a piece of shit? Are you not a piece of shit then for doing the same thing, just in a different way? I don't.
On a space I can see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're...
Stupid and autistic is not.
You want to go ahead and have this fight?
Albert Einstein was autistic, so let's just go. He's not smart.
So, where no one's going to take you seriously because they're going to just think you're a kid. Remember you?
Hey, Elon Musk, autistic.
So this is Myron, basically going
really
off
smart
on the
people
guy
who are autistic.
for calling him all of that. But guess what?
But he thinks
and
that's
you know what's
synonymous
also
with.
funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain
white
their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say it. Then you get guys like this guy that come in and try to one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color saying this stupid. Idiots like you make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending this. You're lucky that I really respect freedom of speech, and I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'll fight for your ability to say the stupid that you say, you stupid.
He's still telling the guy, look, I support you, even though you're disrespecting me, because I believe in free speech. I'm the one trying to help you guys stay white. Here you are being mean to me, which is crazy because those guys don't even care anything about you, but you're doing that. But this is where the Hodge Twins get their Negro wake-up call. So the Hodge Twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey, Arvo, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40%.
No, see, stuff like this makes me feel like they are pandering and they're just being stupid and they're trolling. This is so dumb.
White. And Arval says this. God knows. But no.
But no.
It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians all day. But
you know what is even more sad about this? They have children. So their children has access to the internet. I remember reacting to one of their daughters, and I think their daughter even reacted to me. I don't know. This was a while ago. There was something involved with one of their daughters. So she's basically very active in these internet streets, obviously, and she has seen a lot of their content. So just to know that their kids witness this is just really, really sad. Like, this is the example y'all setting. Even if you're telling them, like, hey, I'm only doing this for money, it's still, like, you're such a sellout. This is so embarrassing.
People that you want to appeal to might be closely feeling like,
it's that white
because the
town.
majority of the Hodge Twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. No. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Exactly. Byron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there. Because it's good that you guys are nice, and God bless you, and we love the fact you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here. And it's so crazy is these guys know this. Myron knows it. Hodge Twins knows it. The Hodge Twins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it. But anything to be closer to White Daddy. If you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to help you. Why you don't want to be around me? That's stupid, but that's how sick that some blacks are. You would rather help somebody who dislikes you, doesn't want to be anywhere around you, and fight other people to help them basically get ahead. You sound stupid. But guys, what do you think?
I'm appalled. I had no idea that they were making this type of content. I thought they were just making, like, you know, conservative, pro-Republican type content. I didn't know it went this far. But they definitely must have eventually made this shift, because when I first heard that they were making this type of content, I remember going to check just to be nosy, because I remember people were, like, outraged about it. And they had very tame, like, titles. Like, it wasn't anything too crazy. It was just like, I don't know, basic ass Republican talking points and like being pro-abortion and stuff like that. So the fact that they have, you know, grifted into this arena is just so sad. And like I said, especially because they have kids and like family members who are black who have to see this, that's just pathetic. It's just so sad. Y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye.